Everybody. In this lecture, we will going to see the various inbuilt string methods in Python. So as I said, the Python library is a very rich library with respect to strings and all other functions. So we will see some basic operations that are to be done on strings and that can be easily achieved in Python in just single lines of code. Okay, so we have our string A is equal to hello world. Okay, so we have a comma here and an exclamation here. So first command is len of A. Len basically provides you the length of the string. Length, length of the string. So len basically takes the first three characters of the word length. So output of this will be the length of the string hello world. So what is the total length? This includes spaces, punctuations, everything. 5, 6, 7th is the space, plus 5, 12, and 13. So you can check the output. You have 13 as the output of the string, right? So string length is 13. Even if you include some spaces in the end, it will count that also. Let me include 1, 2, 3, 4. I am including 4 spaces. So you can see 4 dots here. Let me execute the code. Okay, let me clear the previous output. When I run the code, you will get the string length as 17. Okay, again I reinitialize the string. So basically this will overcome this particular initialization. So there is a command called strip. So what does strip do? Basically strip the string of any spaces that are after the string. So if you can see in this particular example, there is a space here in the start and there is a space here at the end. Okay, so when I do the strip command, it will basically remove this particular space and this particular space. Remember that strip will only strip ending and starting spaces and not in between. So this space stays as it is. So just check the output. This is the output for the string. So now you see there are no ending spaces and no starting spaces. Okay. So let us print both the string. So when I am printing A, you will get to see the output difference. So you can see this hello world is having a space at the start and a space at the end. But this hello world removes the starting space. There can be multiple spaces also, not a single space. So let, for example, make this so many spaces. Okay, and let me run the program again. Okay, see there are so many spaces in the start and now all the space they have trimmed it. Very useful. Whenever you take a string input, it is mandatory that you use the trim operator, the strip operator, right? Trim is basically in PHP. So what happens, for example, if you're asking a user to store his enter his full name, so they enter, let's say, Mayank space Agarwal and give 10 spaces. So there is no use of storing that 10 spaces. Better to do strip and remove all the trailing spaces. Now we have string dot lower. Okay, lower basically converts to the lower case. So whatever is capitals, so H and W will be converted to lower case, as you can see here. Similarly, we have A dot upper. Okay, what upper will do? Upper basically will convert everything to uppercase. You see, I'm not sure about this, but let me just check for something called as capitalize. Is there? Yeah, capitalize. So what will capitalize do? Capitalize will make it only the first letter capital. So my string is in capitals. So when I run the code, when I run this code, you can see my capital string basically becomes the first letter is capital. Okay, so it's like a beginning of a sentence. So what happens, for example, if you have everything as small, hello world, so you can see hello world, H is converted to an uppercase. So this is basically making the first letter capital like they appear in the sentences. Now you have a replace operator also. For example, you have a string A is hello world. Now you are saying that replace H with the character J. What it will become? H when replaced with J will become jello world, right? So H is replaced with J. Let us try to replace the word L with let's say A. Okay, and try to execute the code. So what become all instances of L are replaced with A. So see, double L is replaced by double A. This L is replaced by this particular A. Right? So this is for search and replace. Now there is a very useful and a very interesting operator known as split. Right? So as you can see, the split word itself says that it will split. Like you can use a knife to split it. So it gives the parameter comma, right? So it says that, okay, given a string, now split this using the comma. So basically when you read the string, okay, so you take the split character here is comma. So now it will split the string into hello and this particular word. Okay, just let us see this. Okay, let me do one thing. Execute the code. Just check this output. This basically is list, which we will see later. Right now just assume it like an array. So you can see when I split this on the basis of comma, hello is the left part and including space, this becomes the right part. So you can see there is a space here. Okay, so now let us keep few more words. Let us keep India, and then we keep cats, umbrella, and toy. Okay, so now when I say to split using comma, so you can see whatever is between commas will form into a different kind of list. Just check the output for it. Right, so you see hello, world, India, cat, umbrella, and toy. Because when I split using comma, what it does is like takes the comma, so it starts the reading of the string from left to right. So it will print everything here. It sees, oh, there is a comma, I need to split the string. This becomes string 1. Now it continuously reads it, it sees another comma, splits that string, right? So everything between the commas is a new string. This is a new string. This is a new string. And remember, this character can be anything. Now let us say I keep this as semicolon. So what happens in semicolon? It will read the string until it encounters a semicolon. From here to here, it sees a semicolon, and this is the first part of the string. From here to here, no exclamation. So this is the second part of the string. Let us try to execute this. So when you run the code, you can see hello world, and then you have the separate string because you give the string as exclamation. So to the left hand side of the exclamation is string number 1, to the right hand side of the exclamation is string number 2. Let us include another exclamation here. Now what will happen? This will become your string 1, this will become your string 2, and this will become your string 3. See, string 1, string 2, and string 3. Now what if you gave a parameter which does not exist in the string? So for example, I am giving, okay, split on @ okay. So now the string will keep on reading from left to right, and it will search for the character @ but it does not find any character @. So it will print the entire string as the output string. Just check it out. So you see the entire string is having only a single element in the list because @ was not there. You can also specify space or any character that you want. So I am giving space. So see what happens when I give space. Hello, world, India, cat, umbrella, and toy. Because all the spaces are encountered as a string separator. I can even give characters here. So let us say I'm giving split on character A. So what will become HELLOWORLD? It will come as a first string. It's split on A. This is a second string. It splits on A. It's a third string. It splits on A. And this is the fourth string. Right? So this is the first string, second, third, and fourth. It has splitted on A. See, India, A does not appear because it's split on A. Right? So this is the way the split method works. Split is very, very useful in Python. Many times you have a comma separated files like a CSV file, you can split that on comma and work around it. Now there are few operators known as in and not in. Very simple example, I have taken this from the internet. So the text is the rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. Okay. So now I am searching for the string AIN in txt, right? So let us check the output for it. So the output here is true. Why true? Because the character AIN or the string AIN is present in this. So AIN is here, Spain is here, mainly is here, plain is here. Even if one instance is present, the output for this expression is true. Basically, this I am saying that whether this particular string is present in the text. A more concrete example, let us keep 5 countries: India, France, UK, America, right? So let us just find whether the string India is there in the text. Okay. So when I clear the screen, CLS, and when I execute this code, you see I get the output as true. Okay. Let me search some other country. Let us say Bangladesh in txt. Since Bangladesh is not there, this output will be false. See, the output is false. Similarly, there is a clause called not in. Okay, so let me just copy the same string. So Bangladesh not in text, right? So basically this is true. Bangladesh is not present here. So the output will be true. Okay, clearing the screen, executing again. See, the output here is true. So basically, let's say you make a class list of your class. Let's say there are 60 students in your class and you store the full name of every student, or let's say the first name of every student. Now, if you want to check, given a particular name, whether that student is present in your class or not, what you will do, you will first make a text like this and enter all the names of 60 students. Now take an input from the user and check whether that particular name is present in that particular course. If it is not present, then you can use not in, or you can use in. You can use, it's like a complement of each other, right? Finally, this we have already seen. A is equal to hello, B is equal to world. When you concatenate two strings, it will just concatenate, right? But see, there are no spaces here. So hello world is concatenated as a single string. So to give a space, I concatenate A plus B, but add a small space here. Okay. This can be anything. Let's say I am giving colon here. So my string will be appended with a colon in between. You see, hello colon world. Now one thing to keep in mind is, like, I have age equal to 36. 36 is an integer and my text is txt. My name is John. I am. It wants to enter the age, but you cannot. This is a string, okay, and this is an integer. So you cannot combine dissimilar types, and hence you get an error, right? Type error. Can only concatenate string, not integer. That means this is string is okay, but this is an integer, right? Age 36 is an integer, so you cannot concatenate it. So now there are two methods. We will see both of them, right? So either I make this as string, right? Anything within the quotes is a string. Even though this is a number, now that I'm making it in the quotes, it becomes a string. So let me just execute the code. Let me do import os.system cls control alt 10. Oh, sorry, it is executing every time. So what happens? See, my name is John and I am 36. Okay. But this is not a very good method because age we know is an integer value, right? So what can we do? We can do typecasting like we used to do in C. So I am saying that whatever is the age, convert that into string and then try to code. See, now it executes and says I am 36, right? So this is type conversion. We will see these in later lectures. That's it for this tutorial.